PMOS earlier in the show. It is a condition that affects around 1 in 8 women, and until recently it was called PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome. Well, today there's new guidance on how it should be treated. I'm delighted to say I'm joined now by Caroline Andrews, who lives with the condition, and Kaur for the charity PCOS Relief. Good evening, ladies, to both of you. This is such an important issue, but perhaps, Caroline, you can just set us off and tell us how this condition has affected you.
So, as an individual, it's been something that's happened throughout my life course. So, I was diagnosed in 2002 after probably about 15 visits to the GP over a period of 8 years. Got diagnosed, told to go away when I wanted to have children, and that was the level of care. So it's actually something that I'm now much more aware as a life course issue, impact upon metabolic issues, the hormones across life course, what happens with menopause, increased risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease. And as a charity representative for Fertility, which is the England and Welsh PMOS charity, it's something that I've been involved as a patient advocate throughout, and it's really heartwarming to see that actually now we're getting these guidelines coming in, which should have been in a long time ago.
And Chan, I just want to turn to you. I mean, you obviously wear the charity hat, but you actually suffer with PCOS yourself, don't you? Does that all chime with your experience as well?
Definitely it does, because when it was called polycystic ovarian syndrome, it was always linked with fertility. And I think that's been the same with many females at the time of being diagnosed. So I think now with the new name change, it's going to be more than just an ovarian condition, it's actually a whole endocrine body condition.
Caroline, I want to just pick up on something you said. You said it took you 15 visits to the GP. And of course, the length of time that women have to go to get diagnosed, that is a common thing, isn't it?
It is. So Verity is an organisation which I'm a trustee of. We helped with the all-party parliamentary group in England last year, and the results from that showed that it took on average a third of those that were diagnosed over 4 years. And I do actually believe about 70% of people are actually undiagnosed with it. And this affects 1 in 8 across the country, so it's a really high proportion.
Chand, you represent so many people. What do you think this new guidance is going to mean for them?
It's going to mean so much to them, because not only with the new guidance, so for example, with this new guidance, there's going to be, if there needs to be any medical interventions, you're able to do that. If you need to, there's going to be safeguarding for fertility. So if you are going to be looking to have a family, there is going to be safeguarding in terms of mapping out what is your journey to successful fertility. But also taking in consideration the mental impact that an individual has. So supporting that at the early stages is life-changing.
Because it's your mental health, isn't it? I mean, especially if you're not being listened to, I imagine it must be so heart-wrenching.
And the international guidelines which came out from Monash University 2018-23, guidelines being worked on at the moment 2028, and the NICE guidelines really recognise that actually there's increased risk of anxiety and depression, and it's something that Verity as a charity, and I know PCOS Relief as an organisation as well, we see happening, that individuals coming to us saying they do not know what to do because they're going to their professionals and just being sent away, which is why the guidance is so important.
Well, perhaps let's leave our viewers with some positivity. I mean, Chad, what is your advice to any woman out there that thinks, this sounds like me actually, what should I do?
So first of all, we do not want to cause a stigma, okay? We don't want to scare people. But if you do suspect that you do have the condition, then what we would recommend is you go and speak to your GP. Put down, maybe take some notes down and then discuss it with your GP to say that I am experiencing this, and how do we go about, seeing if I do have a diagnosis. The way to get diagnosed would be through a blood test or an ultrasound, and we would recommend that you go for both.
Okay, well, help is at hand. Really, really important that you speak out about this, ladies. I do appreciate your time. Caroline Andrews and Kaur. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, plenty more stories for you this evening.